So, did you know the least risky business is to start as AS, but then you have to have this 30,000 of money to start it, of your own money. And it can be something you own. If it's a car or a building or machine that is worth 30,000, then it could be the capital in AS. Doesn't have to be real money.
Okay, so if I have my own car and I make this as my own car, can be like
safety, like safety money, safety object.
Yeah, but it has to be a business car. Then you put it in the business. But so if the business goes down, the car goes. Yeah. If you have a machine that is worth 30,000 and it goes into this, then the machine goes when you go back. Just
30,000. It's a minimum.
That's minimum. Crowns, yes. Why are you going to pick ink? You cannot. It's no spending money in it. You can't. You don't have to do a deposit of 30,000. You can just go in today and say, I want to start carpenter or company. It's not so complicated as an organization form, and it's a big flexibility for you when you go to the end. And it's okay if it's a small risk company. If you're going to knit mittens and sell them on the fair, or then you can do an ink company. Or you're going to sell your own services. If you want to go and work as a teacher privately, yeah, then you can do an ink because it's no risk. You're not going to buy anything.
And I don't know about my insect поножка.
Income.
How much money?
Yeah.
How much money I have? I don't know.
This is good fit when it's a small or no investment business. And it's okay if you don't make a lot of money. It's a normal income in Norway. And again, an ink. You're responsible in person for this company and all the money that comes in and goes out. So if you don't pay your taxes and don't do all the avgift in Norway, then it's your personal account. So this company it's you as a person that owns the company. And you can't be employed in this company, you are the company. In an AS, you are the employee of the company. So the AS is up there and you are employed under. And the social rights for someone who has the ANK is smaller than if you have an AS. So if you get sick, you don't get any benefits from this company. Then it's you. So if you're sick a week, sorry, no income for a week. But it's easy to get started. There's low cost by starting, and there's no large formal demands. And it's 100% that you own it. But it's personal responsibilities, limited social rights, and you have to pay tax in advance. You have to say, this year I'm going to earn like 500,000, then I have to pay tax from this. And you have to pay it in advance. And you can't have other owners. Then it's you.
Yes, I'm right. And the second form, I pay tax before.
Yeah.
Okay. Before from some what I think I can make.
Business plan.
Okay.
Can I ask about
Yeah.
If I seek and if I have any form a
Yeah.
business? Is it possible to make insurance? Because I know that I haven't opportunities to receive money from NAP, for example. If I have any form, it's important.
Yeah,
question.
it's
and
a very
how?
different.
Yes.
You have a longer period of what you call it.
If I am working just by myself,
Yeah.
not in any kind of job offer else.
Yeah.
Is it important to have insurance?
Yeah, it's very important.
And if we will talk about it today or maybe tomorrow, what kind of them I can use and how I can
How
register?
insurance you can use, or
Yes.
yeah,
What kind of them it's more good for me, for example?
yeah. I'm not going to take it up, but I can advise you after this today. Yeah.
Yes.
And why do you want to pick an AS? It's easy, and it's very known in Norway. And with this, the company takes the risk. It's not you personally. And it suits very well where you want to invest more money. If you need to buy a machine, and you know that I can't handle a debt because I have a house, I have a car, and I have a wife, I don't want to fuck up the want to fuck up the economy privately, then you make an AS because you don't want to lend the money of the bank personally. You get more benefits if you have an AS. And if you're multiple owners, it's a good thing because det är inte bra. Det kommer hele bæsjebranledning. Ja. Ja.
Тебе ключи от машины.
Так я же не умею водить. А, придет этот, да?
Да.
Окей.
Slå den av.
Или ты можешь, да? Виталий? Или ты можешь, да?
And you pay the taxes in afterwards. Yeah. So if you, and by the year you say, how much money did I make? How much expenses do I have? And we call it a tax report. And you list up all your expenses and all your income, and what's left over you pay tax on. So it's you pay it the next year or every half year.
Is it possible to pay every half year?
Yeah. But not as a personal.
Yes, I
yeah.
understood this different.
Yeah.
I understood, but before I know that about taxes, if we will talk about taxes, about skate, I know that I must pay only just 1 year, once
Yeah.
a year.
But you can.
But if I, for example, in future,
Yeah.
I would like to change my private company from anchor firm to
Yes,
another
yeah.
it's possible.
It's possible.
Как ты переведешь?
That's
two
one of.
times during the year. 2 times, yes, during the year. 6 months or 6 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can.
In IS, this 30,000 crowns, it's beginner capital, or and I can use it this money, or it's like safety money, like insurance, and
It's
I,
like beginner capital and insurance.
but I can use it. I put it on my account, said it's beginner money, and begin to
No,
transfer.
you have to pay the government 30,000
Uh-huh.
to start the business.
Okay.
So those money I give to government,
Yeah.
and that's all.
Yeah.
And I can.
Then it stands on the company that you have the AS capital is 30,000.
So I need more money
Yeah, you need more
To
money.
more money to begin.
To
Yeah.
begin.
Yeah.
It's like safety money or never back.
Never back.
Yeah, because
it's
government
like,
is like insurance for me if something will wrong.
Yeah.
Something bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something goes
That's
wrong, you can close the company and start another one the next day. Sorry, it's like that. Many people do.
Starting have some problems, yes, and close and
We're bankruptcy. Sorry, we're making up another name the next day. But you have to have these 30,000. So, like, it's like a capital. I don't know the word in English, but it's like a deposit with it, and it's your money, but you don't get it back if you go bankruptcy. But it's like it's the minimum to start up a company. You can put in 100,000 there and use.
and
This
use
is-
70,000,
Yeah.
70,000,
Yeah.
but 30,000 it's like
Goes to government.
save money
Yeah.
goes to.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you get sick and if you get damage that you're going to have to go to NAV, then you immediately, with an AS, you immediately get benefits. With an ANK, you have to wait.
It's one-time sum.
If you start one business, it's one time. If you have someone employed, you have to pay what we call arbeidsgiveravgift, and it's like 4.2% of the wages that you're going to pay this person. And there's nothing in this thing. For an AS, you have to have a board. You have to put some people to say, in this company, I'm the board manager, and my employees. It can be you, could be the board, and but you have to make some rules for the company so that the employees can follow. That's it's what you call. We are going to make kitchens, and we are going to follow the social rules, and we're going to. It's like a document you have to make, and you have to have 4 meetings a year with you and your brother, and one more maybe, if you're going to start a company together. So in this board, it's like if you get a big company someday, the company is getting really big, and you have then you have to think about employees. Maybe you need to spend some money on other things. Then you take it up in this board and say, we're going to invest big money. How are you thinking about this? So this is a person that's going to help you build your company that you choose in this board. Was it understandable?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't understand. I'm sorry. And for registration, you have to go to this företagsregistrering. But when you make this registrering, you have to go to Brønnøysundregisteret or Aftin. And there is also registered in this företagsregister.
Это на официальном.
So
Это
this is a
информация
one-time
есть.
thing. This
Сколько
costs
стоит, как
5,570
реестр.
Registration, yes? For
Yeah.
registration.
Just the four. Den går av. Han blir slå den av. Ja. Tack ska du ha. This is just the practicalities when you start in an AS. You have to have this document and this board meeting. And you have to have a bank relations, an account in a bank.
The special account, it must be from,
Yeah.
for firm, yeah,
For a firm, yes.
But if I have a bank form, I also
No.
must have different or
No, it can be your private.
I can use my private
Yeah.
account in the same, but it will be difficult if I will.
Yeah, it's easier for you as a person to have another bank account for your business and one for your
It's possible.
private. Yes, it's possible.
It will
You
be
can
easier.
start as many accounts as you want as a
It
person.
will be easier to control my money.
Yeah, it will be easier when you are going to make a finance plan and an accountant's plan. It will be much easier if you have two separate accounts. Don't mix your private money and your business money.
Another question: is it possible to have different accounts in different banks?
Yeah. And then you have to receive a confirmation from the bank that you have an account and you're starting up. And then you use altin.no, this and .no, to register this firm. And then you will receive this firm. Yeah.
Can you come back to the... Вот там вот второй снизу, Altin. Вот эта вот система аналог, как это, бухгалтерского учета, по-моему, у них общенорвежская. Вот там вот будет...
Altin.no, вот это
Да,
то, что
да,
она сказала,
да,
да?
да, да, да. Вот это вот очень важная штука.
Credit.
Вот это вот Altin.no, это
Yeah.
система, которая будет помогать с этими, с отчетами.
And actually in altin.no you can also look at films how to start a business and get good advice.
Okay, if I created this RS, yes,
Yeah.
so I can make these all documents for Skattetaten by myself in this Altin, no, yeah? Eller jag må Norwegian English.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand everything. Just not Ukraine.
No. Or I must to have some person like accountant. Who
On the long term, you can have an accountant, yes,
Yeah.
but you can do it yourself because a lot of banks just have free accounting things. Like one is called fiken.no. Can I write on this? This is like Sparbanken has one. And they have one like called fiken.no. It's like it's free for some time. It's a free version and then a version that costs money. But the free one is good. Then you can put like an accountant, like how much money do I make? How much wage do I get out? It's a small economic form. Program, yes.
Yeah, it's not human. It's a program.
Yeah, it's a
Free program because a counter
It's a person.
has accept to pay programs because it's his work.
Yeah.
And you pay it to a counter and
Yeah.
he makes a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is free. So if you have some economics background, it's okay to use. A lot of companies in Norway use this when they start up. And we also have a lot of other company forms. It's an SA, but it's a lot of, if you're in the agriculture, if you're a farmer, you have an SA. And we have a NUF, and that's if you're a foreigner investing in Norway, having another company in Norway. Then a lot of people use a NUF company. But it's not so much used in Norway.
Okay, we like people with like Ukrainian can make this because we are not citizen of Norway.
No, you're not.
You are not.
But you
because we have only
Permit,
Yeah.
for 1 or 2 years, yes,
Yeah.
but we can in this period to make this firma, yes, or self-employer, yes, it's no problem. Eh?
No problem. But this one is a NUF, but like if your company in Ukraine wanted a department in Norway, then you start a NUF.
Okay.
К разговору. Это самое, про форму. Одним из условий поменять коллективную защиту на постоянное место жительства является наличие собственной компании. То есть вы, если вы откроете компанию и придете потом в полицию и скажете, вот я работаю, вот мои доходы.
Надо же показать, что доходы еще были.
Да, вы имеете право изменить коллективную
Там даже не
защиту либо
обязательно.
на трудовую визу, либо на ПМЖ подать.
Я понял.
И остаться здесь. И еще есть важная штука, конвенция про уникнення подвійного оподаткування по нашу країну та Норвегию. И вот тоже важный вопрос задать, как это происходит здесь. Нужно ли здесь это подавать на эту конвенцию или это только в Украине подавать?
То есть этот нюанс еще надо уточнять.
Да. Потому что в Украину налоговую надо подавать заявку, что вы ведете бизнес за границей. И, соответственно, опираться на вот эту конвенцію про уникнення подвійного оподаткування.
Но это я в электронном виде могу подавать?
Так, це можна подати в електронній формі. А от як цей процес відбувається в Норвегії, я не знаю.
Ну, тут уже легче узнать раз.
Для початку треба зареєструватися. І щось отримати.
And now the next thing we're going into is why do you, oh sorry.
It's normal.
Is it normal?
I understand because a lot of us
We read Norwegian and that.
we have 3-4 languages in our mind,
Yeah.
so it's difficult to switch.
And accountants, why do you do that? It's government are saying we need to know how much money you're making and how much taxes you're going to pay. And it's a good thing to know, to have control of the business. How much money you're making, how much money is going out, what can we invest, and so on. And it's giving a foundation to how much tax. And we call this moms. There it is. It's different in different businesses. Usually it's about 25% of the, if you're going to sell something, it's like you make 25% on top of your,
Okay.
yeah. If you're going to sell a pot or a pan, when you take it in,
MVA in receipt,
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, I understand about
Yeah.
what you say.
and for example, if you're going to run a restaurant, the MVA is different. And in
In the boutique and for different varer,
yeah, different.
varer, okay, different.
So this MVA is different from if you're going to do a traveler agency or show people the Northern Lights, or if you're going to give them an Airbnb bed or a hotel or eat out, it's different. So this one is like keeping your tongue right. How much MVA are you going to charge your customer with, and how much are you going to pay back to the state?
Okay, it's in RS or in the self-employed?
Everything.
Or it's in everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you start a company, an ENK, for under up to 50,000, like 50,000, no taxes. earn like 50,000 without paying tax. And then when you turn like 51, and if you start a company, an enkelt personal company, up till 50,000, no MBA, no tax. And when you go over 51,
in the year.
Yeah, 12 months period. So if you have a really small company just selling wood or mittens or anything else, so you can make 50,000 a year without paying taxes. Or that's a lot of women in Norway. They sell mittens and sweaters, and so you can make 50,000.
Okay, so I don't need any firm, any self-employers.
Oh no, you need an egg.
I need?
Yeah. For this, you need an egg. You can make that doesn't cost anything. So, if you want to sell wood, firewood, my husband does that. He go chop down the trees and make firewood. So we sell. So we can make about 50,000 before, because you need a firm to send a bill, because you need this number to send the bill. Yeah. But then you can charge the MBA, zero MBA, and you don't have to charge. Yeah. And you need an accountant or a you have to put it down if you go into the bank to make a loan. They want to see, have you thought how much money you're going to make? How much money did you make this year? So it's important to keep your numbers in order. And now it comes. Who has to make an AS and this personal business with a year income over 50,000. So if you turn 51, you have to make regnskap. Yeah, I didn't find the English word in my head, sorry. No, it's okay. Someone finds it really hard to make the numbers and the bookkeeping. So that's you could do an accountant, but that's expensive. In Norway, it's like from 12,000 up to 50,000 a year. It depends how much work you want to do yourself to have an accountant. If you want to do the numbers yourself and put them in, how much work did I do, and all the bills in the computer yourself, then the pay for the accountant will be lower. It's important and do a lot of resources to go into the rules of the government in Norway. When do you have to pay the MBA? When do you have to pay the tax and the employee fee? Normally, a lot of people do an accountant, but a lot of people, if you have a really small business, they do fee because it's free. And you see, MBA, when you pass the 50,000, you have to register a company in the register of MBA. Then you have to put your money.
Last Uri, this government
MBA register. And all everything you earn, that it's you're going to send a bill to someone, you have to put the MBA on when you pass 50,000. So it depends on what kind of businesses you do. If it's 12% or it's 25. I think it's 25 is the normal for. And when you buy your if you buy materials or something, you get the money back from the MBA. From you pay for the materials, then the MBA you get it back. So that's why it's important to keep track of everything you buy from others. You can take away the expenses from the MBA and you get it back. In an AS, you have a board, and then you have minimum one person in this board. So it could be yourself in Norway. This is like taxes in Norway. Every year you have to say a tax. Skattemelding, we call it, once a year. Every year accountants. Avmelding is like arbeidsgiveravgift, MVA. Aksjonærmelding if you have a lot of stocks in your AS. And you have some other reports to do. And it's a post. Yes. You can have coffee, chocolate.